Today, we're flying from Rome to New York aboard Delta's Airbus A330-900neo, and we're seeing what their Premium Select experience is really like. We'll show you the boarding process, the Premium Select cabin, and break down the seat, the space, and how comfortable it really is for a transatlantic flight. As we've mentioned in other videos, Premium Economy is supposed to be that sweet spot between economy and business class, so today we're seeing what that upgrade really gets you on Delta. So stick around to the end of the video where we'll share our honest thoughts on whether Delta's Premium Economy product is worth booking. Let's get tipsy, y'all.
Boarding for this morning flight was straightforward, and compared to other flights, it felt less chaotic, which was a relaxing way to kick off this 9.5-hour flight. On Delta's Airbus A330-900neo, the Premium Select cabin is located right behind Delta One Business Class and features a 2-3-2 seat layout. Compared to Comfort Plus and Standard Economy in their 2-4-2 configuration, these seats are a little bit more spacious with more legroom and a few more inches of recline, and also has a larger TV screen for better IFE viewing. The seat itself came with 2 USB ports and a power outlet. It had a fixed armrest that underneath had storage for full water bottles, the TV remote, and the controls for the footrest and recline. The chair in front had a pouch for more storage, but the seat next to the window lacked much space for larger bags underneath compared to the seat on the aisle. The tray table magically popped out of the armrest with a button, and it was adjustable and fairly sturdy. As for entertainment, we found it lacked a lot of new movies or shows, but the selection was large. Headphones were provided, and they were just fine for watching a movie. The amenity kit was standard, which included eye shades, earplugs, toothbrush and toothpaste, and a lip balm.
So our plane is like mostly empty. We don't really know why. In terms of premium economy, there are maybe 8 people up here with us, and Chris took a peek back in coach, and he said for this giant section, he thinks there's maybe 10 people. When we looked this morning at the seat assignment, like the upgrade status, it said there was 198 seats available. It's going to be a very quiet flight, which there are no complaints here.
We took off as scheduled, and just 30 minutes later, the meal service started.
That's why I threw mine, because it was so hot. So we just got our meal, and if you saw on the other premium economy flight that we took with Air France, this was a little bit different because we got to choose it before we boarded the plane here with Delta, so we knew what we were going to be getting, which was nice because we've had some bad luck getting the meal that we wanted on the plane. We have a little side salad that came with some balsamic vinegar. We have dried tomato and oregano focaccia bread with some butter. We have our little dessert, and then we both went with the Cajun chicken. Is your that or a vegetarian dish?
It's actually very nicely cooked, caked on with this Cajun sauce, which I kind of pushed to the side just because it's very heavy and thick. It's good flavor. It's not bad. I mean, it's not the best meal I've ever had for sure, but not bad.
And we are both drinking ginger ale because ginger ale can be very hard to find in Italy. Something to know, we are having lunch at 9 a.m. What time is your watch say right now? 9:05, and we are having lunch. Now, granted, Chris and I woke up this morning at 3:45, so it isn't that far off. We'll have one more small meal before landing as well. So, yay!
A few hours later, the crew came back with a snack of piping hot chocolate chip cookies and asked if we wanted something to drink. While we normally go for wine, we opted for an IPA from Sweetwater Brewing.
So we got like an hour and a half left. The seat's been great. Nothing's wrong with the seat. It's just been a long flight. You know, we woke up really early this morning. We have another flight after this one too to get to our final destination in the States. But as you can see, like it's empty here. So we've just been working a little bit, both tried a nap, and now we're just watching a movie. A lot of turbulence on this flight, so I haven't really filmed that much. They're about to do the second meal service, which is going to be something smaller.
The pre-arrival meal was a steak sandwich with Gouda cheese and caramelized onions with a small dessert. It might be one of the best sandwiches we've been served on a plane thus far in our travels. A very quick hour later, we were landing at JFK.
We made it to New York. We have to get through passport control, and then we have to go get our bags. We have separate tickets. If you get the bag, recheck the bag, go back through security to head to our next flight. Here we go.
Another perk of premium is priority checked bags, which ours were some of the first ones to arrive at baggage claim. Overall, this ended up being a really solid premium economy experience with Delta. The seat was comfortable for nearly our 10-hour flight and gave just enough extra space to make it noticeable difference compared to standard economy. The food was actually a standout for us on this flight and easily better than what we had on our previous premium economy flight with Air France. As for entertainment, while it didn't have a ton of newer releases, there was still a large enough library that we had no problem finding something to watch. So all in all, a really enjoyable way to get across the Atlantic. If you're into flight review videos like this, we've got a full playlist that you can check out next. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate you being here. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers, y'all.